Swummy, Slippy, Slappy, Swanson?
Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look on the...
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off.
We're going to see who Lloyd Christmas is, Meat. We'll see who Harry Dunn is, but it's Hakeem Dawodu taking on Cub Swanson, and Cub Swanson is a plus 190 dog, and the last time we saw him, he was just getting his legs absolutely chopped off by Jonathan the Dragon Martinez, and that was kind of a strange fight, right? Because Cub Swanson was coming off a beautiful finish, probably like the best performance of his storied career, where he picked up the performance of the night finish over Darren the Damage Elkins, and all was going well, seemingly beautiful win, and then he decided to drop down to 135, and they pitted him up against the Dragon Martinez, and Martinez finished him with relative ease. So the bantamweight experience is done, and it's back up to featherweight, where Cub Swanson has historically done his most damage there, and he's taking on Hakeem Dawodu, who is also coming off a recent loss. He took on our boy Juicy J, Julian Erosa. Obviously, Juicy J got that one done. You and I were all over that one as a Juicy Meat dog, but it was a fight where Dawodu missed weight by a lot of pounds, and Julian Erosa really just kind of controlled him start to finish. Pretty light work, so it's been sort of hit or miss for Hakeem Dawodu, but it's also been sort of hit or miss for Cub Swanson. The difference, though, I think, might be that Hakeem Dawodu is only 32 years old, has acquired less damage throughout his career, and Cub Swanson is pushing 40 and is coming off a recent loss where he really got his legs chopped off. So what are your thoughts on this one, Meat Boy? Do you like mean Hakeem Dawodu at about minus 200 of a favorite, or do you see Cub Swanson as a juicy dog?
I like this, and I like Swanson as a juicy dog in this one. You know, Hakeem should get it done, but the way he lost his last fight, I don't know. I think Cub still has that dog in him. His skill set is definitely way beyond him, but I do worry with the age. If anyone can do it, Cub can. So with plus 200, there's no way I'm not gonna at least put a dink on it.
Yeah, I feel you on that, and there is some decent value for Cub Swanson. I mean, the guy is tried and tested. He's been there, done that, and he's always seemingly in close fights. It's just sometimes he isn't competent enough to get the job done. And in this one, it's a great levels test opportunity, because can he still take out a guy like me, Hakeem Dawodu? Because if he can't, then I don't know what really would be left for Cub Swanson in the UFC. I mean, the guy is already a Hall of Famer. Will always reflect positively on that fight against Doo-Ho Choi, the Korean Superboy. Just a legendary scrap for sure. And in this one, Meat Boy, are you a little surprised that 79% of Tapology is rolling with Dawodu and only 21% is rolling with Swanson, or does that discrepancy make sense to you?
No, honestly, it makes sense. You know, the older fighter versus the young, and but I don't know. I mean, neither guy looked good in their last loss. But I just don't see Hakeem Dawodu being on Jonathan Martinez's level. I see Dawodu more on the Darren Elkins level, and we just saw him TKO spin wheel kick to the freaking face, and Cub Swanson sends him to the Shadow Realm. So I don't know. I just don't see it. And I mean, Cub Swanson just a few years ago beat Daniel Pineda, and I think Daniel Pineda would ragdoll Hakeem Dawodu. So I know MMA math isn't a thing, but I still think there's still a little kick in this dog.
I feel you on that, and I agree. I like Daniel Pineda a lot. I think the Pit, speaking of dogs, is it's kind of an underrated featherweight for sure. But I don't know. I mean, Hakeem Dawodu does have some sneaky, kind of nice wins. I mean, he beat the Ultimate Fighter winner, Michael Trezano. That was easy, light work. Took out Julio Arce, who's always a tough guy, and perhaps most impressively, way early on in his career, was that win over Mike Malott, and that's Mike Malott's only loss to date, and we know him as a pretty thick boy 170-pounder at this time, and he's beaten everyone. So for Hakeem Dawodu to get that one done, I thought was kind of a beautiful win that's been aging nicely for sure. And in this one, Meat Boy, I'm kind of torn on it. I've been going back and forth, but I think for Meat Boy's sake, I'm just going to pick Hakeem Dawodu. Maybe he's going to win a decision, but I do like the juicy B for Swanson, and I think this should be closer to a pick'em. So I'm likely going to abstain, but for Meat Boy's sake, I'm picking Dawodu. I'm going to pick him by decision, and I anticipate this fight being pretty close. So if Swanson's able to get this one done and ride off into the sunset, then that for me would be an exciting thing. But I'm going to go Dawodu decision. Any last thoughts?
No, very fun fight. Throw in the comments who you taking, Swanson or Dawodu.